I've been living in Toronto for almost a year now, and here are the 6 things I wish I knew before moving here. Let's start with the good ones. First are the Canadian norms that I absolutely love. You know how American TV shows usually joke about how Canadians are too nice?
You bumped into him, and he apologized and gave you a donut on the hose?
Oh, it's just like home.
I think there's some truth to it because for some reason, everyone's just so nice. Like, they greet you, they say hi to you, they smile at you, even when you don't know each other. And I grew up in the Philippines, and that's definitely not a norm there. The second thing is that sometimes walking is much better and faster than taking the transit. I would rather get a good workout in, given that there's good weather, than to wait on a bus or a train that's either late, that has too many people in it, especially during rush hour. And I ultimately hate it when there's someone or something that I don't want to see in transit. And I'm gonna explain that later when we get to the not so good ones. But yeah, I think this is such a good thing because back in the Philippines, I would never have a chance to walk because it was so hot, and I don't really think the streets in the Philippines are that walk friendly. Now that I'm here in Canada, I don't mind walking for like an hour, 2 hours, because it's just so nice outside, and because again, you can get a good workout in, you can enjoy the beautiful scenery of Canada. And last is that it's so quiet here in Canada. Even if I live near the main road, like it's literally just right there, I can't hear a single car drive by. I can't hear any dogs crying or barking. It makes me feel so at peace. But of course, I live in downtown. I hear sirens every now and then, screaming every now and then. But apart from that, it's very quiet. Quieter than the Philippines, for sure. Okay, now let's move on to the not so good ones that I wish I knew before moving here. And number one is that the weather changes, the seasonal changes may affect your mood. I don't know why I got seasonal depression back in the winter when I absolutely didn't expect to have it, because I absolutely love the cold weather. I love that I was freezing in winter. What I didn't love is that I didn't get to see the sun. It was so depressing during that time. And I was so torn between wishing that winter would be over so that I could finally see the sun every day, and wishing that winter won't end because I love the cold so much. Now that it's spring and it's either cloudy, sunny, or rainy, whenever it's cloudy or rainy, I will automatically have a bad day, and I know that's not healthy at all. So I'm just trying to warn you guys that weather changes may affect your mood once you come here to Canada. The second thing is that no matter how much they say that this country is one of the safest place in the world, you still have to protect yourself, especially when something bad happens. That's why I told you guys earlier that sometimes it's better to just walk than to take the transit, because there are just people that you would encounter. Unfortunately, sometimes they're violent and they would just completely ruin your day. So I really think that before you come here, it's better to learn some self-defense so that when you need it, in case you need it, you'll be able to defend yourself from violent people, especially in the bigger cities in Canada like Toronto or Vancouver. You have to learn how to protect yourself, unfortunately. And the last one, and the absolute biggest ick that I have here in Canada, is that it's just so difficult to get fresh food. I don't know if it's just the place that I live in, but the meat and the vegetables are not fresh at all. I don't know if I have to pay double the price just to get fresh food, but Jesus, I can't stress this enough. If you grew up eating fresh food, in which I did because I lived in an island in the Philippines where you can just, get fresh seafood or fresh meat at all times, then you're gonna get culture shock here in Canada. And bonus is that it's really difficult to find real milk. I've asked around and they say, oh, you can get it from Farm Boy, which is a very expensive grocery store, by the way. I would just want real creamy milk, but I can't even get it at normal grocery stores. Only when I moved here in Canada that I was informed that there were 1%, 2%, and 3% milk. Like what even is that? It's just real milk or it's not, right? But yeah, that's the biggest ick that I have for now. All right, so those are the 6 things that I wish I knew before coming into Canada. I don't know if those 6 things, if I knew them before moving into Canada, I would still move here. Just one last note, at the end of the day, we're all just trying to survive this thing that we call life. So let's just try to be kind, be humble, and be helpful at all times. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.